What's up, Math 8? Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Math with Mullins. Today we're going to be looking at Lesson 8.6, the volume of spheres. We're able to find the volume of spheres and then be able to think about how to solve real-life problems involving those volumes of a sphere. The sphere is a solid, round figure, and it's probably got the most complicated looking volume. This is the volume I need you to write down in your notes today for volume of spheres. It does look kind of crazy. You still are seeing that common theme of pi times the radius, but now we're doing 4/3 times pi times radius to the third power. A lot of the times that is too complicated for students to think about, so what I like to do is simplifying it like this. We're going to keep the 4 up top with the 4 and the pi and the r cubed, but then we'll divide everything by 3 at the end. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy that down. When you're ready, click play so we can go on and try some examples. So all of these we're going to have to use our formula of 4/3 pi times radius cubed, but just as we mentioned before, we're just taking 4 times pi times radius to the third and dividing it by 3. Only needing the radius, so sometimes if you're given diameter, make sure you're cutting it in half, and we're going to round all of our answers to the nearest tenth. The first one we're going to start off simple. 4 times pi times radius cubed, which is 1 times 1 times 1, and then dividing by 3. Okay, so let's type that into our calculator. On the top, 4 times 3.14 times 1 times 1 times 1 is 12.56, and then we're going to divide that by 3. We're getting about 4.18 and then 667, but really that doesn't matter because we're going to round to that first decimal place of 4.2 cubic feet. Okay. Next, for number 2, that is our diameter. So what we need to do is divide that by 2. So when we divide by 2, we get 8.4 as my radius. So now I can take 4 times pi times 8.4 cubed and then divide everything by 3. I'm going to go ahead and find out what is 8.4 cubes. That's 8.4 to the third power, or 8.4 times 8.4 times 8.4. So now I have 4 times 3.14 times 592.704, and then I'm going to divide that by 3. So let's do that top number. 4 times 3.4 times 592.704 is 7,444.36224, and then I'm going to divide that number by 3. I'm going to get 2,481, sorry for the bell, 0.45, and we're just going to round that to 2,481.5 yards cubed. Okay, so for these next few, I want to see if you can try these on your own. Go ahead and take time now to pause the video here, and when you're ready to check it, go ahead and click play. All right, so we don't need our diameter, we need our radius, which would be 6.2. So I'm going to plug that into my volume formula. 4 times pi times 6.2 cubed divided by 3. 4 times pi is still going to look like that, but 6.2 cubed, I'm getting 238.328, and then we'll divide all that by 3. So typing in my top number, 4 times 3.14 times 238.328 divided by 3, we're getting 997.8 cubic feet, rounded to the nearest tenth. Next up, my volume can be found by doing 4 times pi times 2 cubed divided by 3, or 4 times pi times 8 divided by 3. That is going to give us, for number 4, about 33.5 cubic kilometers. For numbers 5 and 6, these are both radius. Let's go ahead and try these. 4 times pi times 9 cubed divided by 3, or 4 times pi times 729 divided by 3 is going to give us a volume of 3,052.1 cubic kilometers. And then for number 6, we've got 4 times pi times 3 cubed divided by 3. 4 times pi, 3 cubed is 27, and then we'll divide that by 3. We will end up getting about 113.0 cubic feet, rounded to the nearest tenth. Our last two, if you want to go ahead and pause here, try these on your own. When you're ready, click play to see how it's done. So for my volume on this one, we're going to do 4 times pi times 20 cubed divided by 3, or 4 times pi times 1,000. Oops, not 20. Almost caught myself. Didn't touch myself. We're not using 20, we're using 10, because that's my radius. 10 cubed is 1,000, and then divided by 3. That number would give us a grand total of 4,186, my goodness, 0.7 cubic centimeters. And then for number 8, we've got 4 times pi times 8 cubed divided by 3, or 4 times pi times 512 divided by 3. Typing that into my calculator, 4 times pi times 512, and then dividing that by 3. Rounding to the nearest tenth, I'm getting 2,143.6 cubic centimeters. Okay, that'll conclude our video today on finding spheres volumes. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully this video helped you, especially learning what that volume formula means and how you can apply it. Tune in next time when we talk about composite figures and their volumes. Have a great day.